Hey guys, I'm here today with my book haul. I didn't do one of these last week, so I'm going to add those in at the beginning of this video, and basically I got so many books in the last 2 weeks, so this is going to be a fairly long video. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, but yeah, I've accumulated a large pile of books recently. So let's start with last week. So last week I got Space Race by Mallory Blackman. This book was given to me by my friend Caroline from Big Book Little Book. She knows that I love Mallory Blackman, and I actually haven't read this because I didn't even know it existed, but I'm really excited to see what it's all about and if it's any good, and yeah, all of that kind of stuff. Awesome. And the next book I got last week is Panic by Lauren Oliver. This book I'm borrowing from Debbie at Snuggling on the Sofa. I'm really interested about this one. I've read 2 of Lauren Oliver's books before, and they're both really good, so I'm interested to see what this one is all about. If you read it and already have opinions, do let me know what you think, because I like to know what other people think before I start reading a book. So there's that one. I bought last week Bomb Maker by Claire McFall. I love this book so much. So much. It's so good, guys. If you haven't read it, seriously, you have to read it. I'm going to leave a link to my video review down below of this book because it's amazing. I loved it so much that I went and bought a finished copy because Bomb Maker. And lastly, last week I got Sleuth on Skates by Clementine Beauvais, something like that, without slaughtering her name. Sorry, Clementine. So yeah, basically this is from Hodder Children's, and was given to me by Caitlin. Looking forward to reading and reviewing this one. It's got some really good reviews so far. It sounds like a really fun, quick, middle grade book that, yeah, I'm just really interested to see what it's like and continue the series if I like it. So, Sleuth on Skates. Moving on to this week. This week was World Book Day! Yay! Awesome day ever. But that meant I had to buy books because, guys, it was World Book Day. You can't not buy books on World Book Day. I mean, I shouldn't have bought as many books as I did, but that's a different story altogether. So for World Book Day, I bought The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks. I've read a lot of young adult recently and a little bit of middle grade here and there, but I realised it's been an incredibly long time since I've read an adult book, and I used to love reading Nicholas Sparks, and this is one of his that I haven't read, so I'm really looking forward to reading this and seeing if it is as good as I remember, because Nicholas Sparks is generally quite awesome. As well as that, I also bought The Choice by Nicholas Sparks. So the same reasons as before. These two I really struggled with. I could not make my choice of which one to buy, so I ended up buying them both, and I'm really looking forward to reading one of these soon for definite, because I really want to get reading into some adult books because I haven't done it in ages. And I also bought The Bone Dragon by Alexa Casale. As you can see, this was a buy one get one half price. So this I've been meaning to read for ages. I just kind of had this issue where I didn't want to buy it's like a paperback, but it has like hardback, like flat over, and I didn't want that one. So I waited until the paperback came out so that I could read this one, because everyone was raving about it and I think it sounds really interesting and right up my street, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then I bought, along with that deal, If You Find Me by Emily Murdoch. Again, so many people have been raving about this book, and I think it's time that I jumped on the bandwagon. What? So yeah, just really looking forward to this one because it sounds brilliant. So I also then bought Cool New Bookmarks. Woo! These are those little magnetic ones. I started using one already. So they like clip. I think that's really cute. And then this one, I don't know if you can see properly on the camera because Yeah, but it says today is a sunshine day. And you know what? It is a sunshine day today. So that's apt. And you know what? You can see me in my video today because there's actually light to work with. How awesome. So yeah, there's those, which I'm really looking forward to reading with. Okay, so then the next day, on the Friday, I went to town and I decided that I would walk into the works because it was right there. That was dangerous and that was silly, and I ended up walking out with 3 new books. So those books are Zombie by Darren Shan. I've heard so many things about this one and I think it's quite a terrifying cover and I think it's going to be quite a fun read. I'm not usually a zombie person, but I'm interested to read this. I know my sister loves Darren Shan and she doesn't read a lot, so if I don't like it, I'm definitely going to be passing it on to her to see if she enjoys it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this one's about. And I bought Severed Heads and Broken Hearts by Robin Schneider. I believe this is called something else in the States, and from the top of my head I cannot remember what that is. But I will link it down below, or I'll put it in the little bit now. This is what it's called also. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It looks really exciting and intriguing, and I've heard lots of people really rave about it, so I'm interested to see how good it is and whether I like it or whether I hate it. So yeah, this one. The last book I bought was Here Lies Bridget by Paige Harbison. I've not yet read a Paige Harbison. I keep meaning to, just haven't got around to it, but this one sort of sounds like up my street with like ghosts and sort of afterlife and all that sort of stuff, so I'm looking forward to reading this one and seeing if it's very good or very bad. Yes, it's this one. And then finally on Saturday I was in London for a blogger event, and I'll show you all those books in a second, but I'm on the buy pile at the moment. And so basically one of the things we did was end up in Foyles on Tottenham Court Road, and so I was like, well, I should like buy a book because obviously I don't have enough yet. So basically I ended up buying Ready Player One by someone, Ernest Cline. This was recommended to me by Katie from OK Key. I do believe she's done a video of this, I think, and if I find it I'll link it down below. Basically she just talked me into buying it, and it's another adulty one, so I'm looking forward to reading this. It sounds really interesting and exciting, and yeah, she just absolutely loved it, so I'm looking forward to seeing if I feel the same way. So those are all the books that I've bought this week. As I mentioned before, we went to a blogger event this Saturday, which meant that I was meeting up with some bloggers, so I did a little bit of some book swaps. I actually gave away 2 books and I ended up getting 2 books, and those books are Dead Jealous by Sharon Jones, which was given to me by Hayley from Dark Readers, link down below. And I've heard so many good things about this one. I remember when it came out and I was a bit like, I'm not sure I really want to read it, but now that everyone's been raving about it and the second one's nearly coming out, I thought, well, I should give it a go and see what it's like. So I'm looking forward to reading this one and seeing what it's about. And I also got given Bruised by Sarah Skilton. I've been meaning to read this one for ages. I actually got it on NetGalley but didn't download it in time before it got archived, so I didn't get a chance to read it. So I'm looking forward to reading this one and seeing if I liked it as much as I thought I was going to. And this one is from Michelle from Much Loved Books, and again, link down below. But yeah, I'm just really excited to read this one and see what it's like. So on to all the books that I acquired at the event. Thank you to Hotkey, Piccadilly and Templar for hosting this and for giving us the chance to hear about all the titles coming up, all the authors that we were going to meet, that we got to meet, and all the books that we also came away with. Also, I am doing an event video for this on the Bookish Brits channel, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll tweet it and all that sort of stuff, so you can find out all about what the event was and some clips and stuff that I've taken from the event. So moving on to the books, which is what you actually are here for. So the first book to show you is Independent Study by Joël Charbonneau. I have already read this book, I have already loved this book, and I just cannot wait to put it onto my shelf, and then when Graduation Day comes out to reread the whole trilogy, because these books are really, really good, and I'm really, really excited to finish the trilogy. And yeah, I just think that a lot of people don't want to read them because there's so much like, oh, but it's just the Hunger Games again. And I'm like, no, it's not, it's really not. This is, especially the second book is so different and so good, and the first book is it's similar, but all dystopians are going to be similar to another dystopian because it's the same sort of thing. And I just think you should definitely give it a try because I just think it was really exciting and the writing is so good. Yeah, so give that a go because it's awesome. I also got Run by Greg Olson. I hadn't heard about this book before, and actually I'm super excited about it now. It's sort of a thriller type book about a girl who comes home and finds that her father is dead, and there's a message on the wall saying run, so she sort of, you know, has to run away, and I think it sort of sounds really mysterious and interesting and fast-paced, and yes, I'm just really excited to read this one. Then I also got We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I'm showing you the spine because the cover is just quotes and then the back page is thingies, but this one super excited for. Really, I had heard about it before we went, but I didn't realise it was being published in the UK, so I'm super excited to read this one. I think it's going to be really, really good. I've heard that it's amazing from other people, so I just cannot wait to to read this. And it's quite small, so I'll probably get to this quite soon, hopefully. And yeah, get through to this. And this one I'm super excited about, and that is Say Her Name by James Dawson. I actually managed to meet James while we were there, and so it's a signed copy, yay! And basically this is going to be awesome. I'm a horror fan, I love horrors, I love the Bloody Mary myth, and I just think that this is going to be a fantastic read. And I've already heard from a few people who've already read it and they absolutely loved it, and they said don't read it at night, so I'll be reading it at night because I love scaring myself, and yeah, I just can't wait to read this book. I also got As Red as Blood by Salla Simaka. This one is a Swedish book, which is obviously this is the English version of the Swedish book, and it's sort of supposed to be sort of like Stieg Larsson, but for YA. The plot just sounds really interesting and exciting, and it's totally something that I'm really interested in, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this one is all about. And I got Clockwise to Titan, which sounds really intriguing and interesting and different, and Elon was actually there at the event, so it was quite nice to hear from him about his next new book coming out, and I just think that this sounds like something that would be interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading this. And then I also got American Savages by Matt Wyman. Proper excited about this one. I absolutely love the Savages. Okay, it took me a while to get into because I was going through a phase, but once I really, you know, got into it, the humour was really funny and the story itself was really good, and so apparently this one is even funnier, so I'm really looking forward to reading this and enjoying it just as much. I mean, cannibals, guys. Cannibals. The next two I'm going to show you together because they go together, and that is Arcadia Awakens by Kai Mayer and Arcadia Burns by Kai Mayer. These two, obviously this is the first book and this is the second book, and I'm really looking forward to reading these. The third and final book in the trilogy comes out this year, so I just really want to get on to reading that because I think these sound really, really, really good. Definitely something that I'd be interested in, so now I can read them and like binge read them with the third and get it all out of the way. So yeah, looking forward to reading these. So those are all the books that I got from the blogger brunch. And then I got a couple of review books this week as well. So the review books that I got this week, A Small Free Kiss in the Dark by Glenda Millard, which is from Templar, so thank you to Templar for this. This is like one of their older ones, but I'm really looking forward to reading it and reviving it and bringing it back to life because I think it sounds really interesting and really fun. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to reading this one. And I also got Swim the Fly by Don Calamay. This has a new cover now, this is the older cover, but I'm really looking forward to this one. It sounds really fun and interesting and just cool, good contemporary. I'm sort of into these kind of books like One Seriously Messed Up Week in the Otherwise Mundane Life of Jack Samsonite and Don't Call Me Ishmael. I feel like this is sort of the similar style, sort of contemporary, which is funny but has a male protagonist. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. I think it sounds really good, and then I'll hopefully finish the series once I've done that. So yay, thank you. Again, this is Templar, so thank you to Templar for this. I also got a Kindle book this week. I got Don't Even Think About It by somebody, but I'll put the cover there so you can see who it's by. This one I've been really excited for. I heard about it at the Books with Bite launch, which I went to in January, and I've been dying to read it. Was about to ask when the paper copies would be ready, and then they were like, oh, it's up on NetGalley, and I was like, oh my god, let me read it now. So I did that, and that's what happened. So I got that book as well. So those are all the books that I got this week. Obviously a lot more than I really can handle because I read really slowly and my bookshelves already overflowing, but I don't care because they're books and they're awesome and I will eventually read them all. And yeah, if you see any of my book haul and you're like, you have to read it straight away, do tell me below because I love hearing recommendations, and then I've changed my reading TBR around what other people think I should be reading. So I love hearing all your thoughts and stuff. And if you've done a book haul and you've got new books and all that stuff, again, tell me in the comments and I'll come see your videos and I'll comment on your videos and it will be good. But that's everything for me today. I will be doing a what I read in February video soon. Things have been a bit busy for me, so I haven't had time to video, but I'll be doing that after this one. And yeah, obviously my event wrap up will be on the Bookish Brits channel. And I think that's everything. So I will see you guys again soon. Bye!